And again, I'll repeat it again. If you were hired just to sell, then we would only hire you based on your sales experience. And if you don't have any sales experience, then you wouldn't be hired. You were hired for your leadership capacity so that we can move you into management. Sales just happens to be one of the few things you have to learn. Just like we have some people that are having to go through Google spreadsheet freaking courses, and they have to learn that. You have to learn to sell. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I'm listening to Mezzi. Mezzi's one of the best people in the business that I've ever seen sell, and he forgot. He forgot to sell, and I realized it boils down to, there's all these systems, it boils down to the first 2 steps of the 5 steps to a conversation. So 5 steps to a conversation is a system, the pop quiz. It's, if you're not a level 2, level 2s don't answer. So everybody else, you can answer. 5 steps to conversation is a system to build what?
Impulse.
Okay, so this is a system to build impulse. So how would you describe impulse? Anybody, somebody describe it with your own words. What's impulse?
The desire to buy
Heartbeat.
something on the spot.
Desire, dude, you're so good. What's your name?
Melissa.
Melissa, on the spot, hit it on the nail. So like, hey, desire to buy something on the spot, impulsively, right? You have to create that. If you show up to somebody's house and you don't create any impulse, it's the same as if you didn't go to the house, or it's the same as if you just wasted 10 minutes of their life or 5 minutes of their life. You have to create, like your job is to create the desire. They didn't know you were coming. It's our job to, they should know because the leads and whatever, but let's be honest, they don't know. So you have to create desire. And the only way you create desire, it's not on step 3, 4, and 5. It's not on the key points, okay? Step 3 is the presentation. Everybody remember the 5 steps?
Yeah.
Presentation talks about key facts. You stress the deal, you talk about the product. No one cares about the product. That only counts if there's already some desire. So you gotta go, today we're gonna practice how to create desire or impulse or whatever. You realize Julian creates a good desire for you to go to Punta Cana? There's desire, right? And so again, imagine if there was no desire, people wouldn't be excited to go. So our job is to create desire. What's the first step of the 5 steps? Intro, okay? And what's the intro is what? It's an icebreaker, so our job is to break the ice. So some of you that have outgoing personalities, you'll crack a joke. Hey, I ordered pizza. Hey, I brought the pizza. They're like, what pizza? Just kidding. You'll do a joke. Or some of you will just say, hey, my name is Shane. I'm with Just Energy. Whatever it is. Hey, I like your rug. Oh, I saw the Cowboys flag on the front. Whatever icebreaker. But really there's the C factors. What does that stand for?
Smile, eye contact, and enthusiasm.
Smile, eye contact, and enthusiasm. And then there's a why on why we do all of these. Why do we smile? Because it's contagious. You try smiling at somebody and they don't smile back, you find somebody that doesn't smile back, you can leave right there though. Like there's no point to try to pitch that person. If people smile and they make an effort to not smile back, it's gonna be a tough time, you know what I mean? Different time. So people smile and they smile back when you create eye contact, when you, let's put it this way, when you don't look at people in the eyes, they don't trust you. You know what I mean? Like, you imagine this kid that like painted the whole wall with marker and mom's like, who did it? And the kid's like, not me. What's the kid doing? Lying, right? So like, let's put it like this. Eye contact creates trust, or lack of eye contact creates distrust or insecurity, right? So that's why you want to look at people. And then enthusiasm, why? Because it creates what? Curiosity. So this is what we're focusing on. This is the whole impact, is this. Curiosity or, Melissa, is that your name?
Yeah.
Melissa said it, desire or impulse. You guys are you lack, the longer you're in the field, Mezzi, or anybody, it's impulse. And then step 2, anybody remind me step 2?
Short story.
And short story is KISS IT, which stands for keep it short and simple. Like no one cares, dude. You tell me that you bought your internet really because Spectrum has a shared connection, that they shared the routers, and that's why you moved to AT&T, because the copper is just worse than the fiber. Is that why you actually have the internet you have in your house? Or do you have it just because you just have to have it, pretty much? And that was like the deal you got. Isn't that true? Mm-hmm. No one cares about the Spectrum. I know you have to say it. I actually don't know why you have to say it. You have to say it probably for churn reasons and so people understand that it's a better quality. We're not talking about quality today. I'd rather you double your sales today and then destroy your churn a little bit, and then we'll fix the churn later. I don't know if I can say that, but that's what we're gonna do. So you guys gotta double the sales. You have 25 people that open the door, 25 talk-tos. You should have at least 15 presentations. Your job is listening to this impact and realizing that you should be able to, again, as long as you do it ethically, you can do it. As long as you have good intentions, it's ethical. Okay, it only becomes unethical if you have bad intentions to actually screw someone up, which you wouldn't work here. And if you do that, and we find out, you'll get fired. You'll probably get caught by the customer, but whatever. But you should be able to, and hear my words maturely, you should be able to strong arm somebody that was not interested to become interested because they heard you. That's really the only reason you're there. Somebody's not interested. They were at their house. They're not researching, how do I get AT&T internet? They're not like researching, how do I get Frontier on their computer? They're not doing that. They're just watching something. They might be even complaining about the internet. People just complain and then they keep complaining. They don't complain and make a change. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like last time you complained about your internet, did you call the company, cancel it, and get a new one? No. So we got to get up there and create the desire to somebody to go through that process. Which, let's be honest, is it fun to move internet companies?
No.
Cell phone companies?
No.
Any company that's like we need, like energy, utilities, is it fun to create any of this? It's not, right? So guess what? Our job is to create desire in somebody to go through that process, which is a pretty crappy process. Would you agree?
Yes.
So we have to be really good at like creating this desire. So everything boils down to you have 25 talk-tos today or 30 talk-tos. You should be able to get more than half to listen to you. And some of them, they'll be at the end, like when you do this, at the end of the pitch, the people will tell you like, wait a minute, I don't want this. But you're so good that they're like, they almost get it just because of you. That should be your goal when you're building the skill set. You don't want to sign up everybody because then your Meredith's going to kill me. But you should be so good that people would be like, wait, I don't even need this. But they were going to get it just because there's no way out because you're so good. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
That's the way you want to build your skill. I'm not saying that's how you should sell, but that's the way you want to build your skill. To where you could even sign somebody up that doesn't need it. They don't want to spend time, but they do it just because they're like, it's just so easy to do it with you. And the only way is through enthusiasm and creating curiosity in the customer. So I'm going to give you an example, and then we're going to practice the pitch like that. And it doesn't matter you're selling AT&T. It doesn't matter like you're selling something more expensive but lower quality. You, as a sales skill set person, should be able to push that because there's companies out there that are doing it. We all have had bad deals and we keep them. By the way, that's not our case. We actually have great deals. That's why we sell it. But again, the way you build your skill should be that you should be able to sell anything, even if it's worse than what they had, just because they get you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does it? So enthusiasm is key. And that's a muscle. Enthusiasm is not, so most of you, you don't dominate this because your enthusiasm is a result of how your day's going. So you're not able to have like good enthusiasm if like you had a fight with your mom or your dog is sick or you feel a little under the weather. That's again, you're not mature. Your job here is to develop yourself to a point that you can have enough enthusiasm no matter what, no matter how your day's going. I can always turn it on and off because I am just a mature salesperson and I can do it up and down. Does that make sense? Because it's my job. It's not my choice. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you should be able to always have enthusiasm, and if you don't, you should have a mini break. You should take a break from the field and get that back. Your pitch is fine. If I show up to a door, so Henry's gonna be my person. Hey Henry, how you doing? So I'm like, it doesn't matter what I sell. If I go up to Henry, he might still buy it. Again, volume negates luck. If I do 400 talk-tos, I'll probably still get somebody. You know, if I go to the door, hey, how are you? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Me too, man. I'm Richard here with AT&T. Did they tell you about the construction and the fiber they're doing? No? Well, let me tell you all about it. You know, they're just restructuring all the construction. You know, some neighbors here, they've been changing their internet because they realize with Spectrum, it's either the billing is kind of weird or the service is kind of like lagging. Which one of those is for you?
It lags sometimes.
It lags. So yeah, so we're just gonna sign you up with AT&T right now, and we're gonna fix that. And that might work after you do it for 40 times. But I'm not developing my skill, and I'm not getting him excited. Is he excited?
No.
After my pitch, if his Spectrum sucks so bad, and he does have an extra hour, because by the way, everybody knows when you talk to AT&T or to any internet company, it's an hour on the phone of listening to the bathroom song and then whatever, right? It's not a short process. Would you agree? So if he does happen to have the time, which does he?
No.
Does anybody have an extra hour today to change companies? No. If he does happen to have the time and his internet really sucks, I might get a yes. Would you agree? But with my tone, most likely, what am I gonna get? Am I creating any desire?
No.
Is he excited at all?
No.
So dude, he's not excited. First of all, somebody's knocking on your door, you're immediately, if your excitement is at 0, you're already at -2, yes or no?
Yeah.
I gotta get that to 6 through me. Before I even get to the product, I'm only gonna say AT&T because I have to, so I'm not a sketchy guy walking to your door. I'm a badged agent. But that's the only reason. Like, they're not gonna care the product until I can get them some level of desire to sign up for what I have. I gotta be able to create some enthusiasm. This is not a personality thing. And if you're like a very dry person, you don't have enthusiasm, then you have to come up with it. And you have to fit, like you might need a break after the field to like recharge because you're so drained, because you like expose yourself so much to having enthusiasm. Does that make sense? So just compare that pitch to, now I'm gonna pitch him with a little more enthusiasm. So I need to use this as if it was my door, okay? So you can be whatever as normal as you would be. Fiverr!
What's going on?
Hey, how are you? Hey, did they tell you about the Fiverr?
No, I haven't.
What do you mean? You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Hey, my bad, super fast. So my name's Richard. I work with AT&T. So dude, they're changing everyone's internet here. You sure you didn't see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so Javion, Jericho, Will, Julian, Sean, and Eddie. Do you know any of these? Dude, they all just switched. You really didn't see it?
No, I didn't.
Dude, it's my fault. It's gonna be super fast because I have to go. People complain for Spectrum because it's either slow or the billing's weird. Which one of those is for you? You know what? It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because they're just changing everyone's fiber right now, and I'll show you. So I just gotta make sure you qualify. Just real quick, grab your phone right now. Your phone, just grab it, and I'll just show you, and I'll be out of your way because I gotta go. Hey man, what's your name?
Henry.
Henry, Richard. Nice to meet you. Look, so we're gonna put here speed test, and you're gonna see how much it sucks what you're paying for. Here. Henry, are you a Cowboys fan? That's
No,
it.
I'm not.
Okay, and then you just go. But now, is that count as a presentation?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm in a presentation. I just need 15 of those a day. I can't do 2 sales if I don't have 15 to 20. He can still stop me. Okay, so who can be another customer to actually stop me? So you can see how I would leave and all that. Willie, come here. Okay, but do you see my enthusiasm?
Yes.
I gotta have this life in you. You can't be good. Hey man, hey, I'm here with Frontier. Do you know about the fiber? Yeah. So man, my name's Willie. Here with Frontier and changing on the fiber internet. It's cheaper. It's better. Yeah. You got 80 minutes for me to sign you up. Bro, you're not only getting me off my couch, you're killing me. Enthusiasm, okay? It's Greek God within. Imagine God lives in you. Would you be excited? Be super excited, okay? So you gotta have a little bit of this, and you can mirror the customer. So if Willie, you're gonna see how I mirror him. My enthusiasm is still high, but he's a very chill dude. So I'm still like I'm mirroring him. You don't want to be like 80-year-old lady, okay? That's like can't even walk herself to the door, and she's like not really responsive, not really quick. I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm this clown. No, but I'm still gonna have enthusiasm and mirror them. Okay, again, I gotta create desire in them. They didn't have any. It's your job to do that. You might have to take like a 2-second break before each door to be like, okay, you ready? Because if not, it's a waste. Like, you gotta create this. Man, so many of you guys are just doing 1 sale a day to save your life. But you could be doing 4. And you might have a little more cancels, but you would have a massive, bigger check because you're just signing up way more people. Enthusiasm. They do not want the product. Okay. Fiverr!
So with it, bro? What you got?
Hey, what I got nothing.
Come on, bro.
My bad. Sorry, they didn't tell you about the Fiverr? It's all good. They just want us to tell you, okay? So I'm Richard with AT&T.
Oh, we good.
They're gonna lower your bill. So they want us to come here because everyone that's here, bro, I'm sorry, I gotta go. They've been getting the construction. You ain't seen the trucks? I'm not here to bother you. All these neighbors you have, Javion, Jericho, Will, Julian, Sean, and Eddie, all of them, they've been changing because either Spectrum sucks with the internet or the billing's weird. Is any of those for you? My bad.
Man, it's slow a little bit, but I think we gonna be good for the most part.
Exactly. So just so I can show you, grab your phone right now. I'll show you the speed test. I'll be out of my way because I gotta go. What's your name, bro? Hey, my bad I came to your door like that. I know it was a little weird, but I'll be out of your way. Here, put your phone here. I'll put it here. I'll show you. The speed test. So, okay, is that a presentation?
Yeah.
He still didn't say no to me because I strong armed a little bit, but I wanted him to say no so y'all can be like, hey, no worries, bye. Fiverr. And again, how you doing? And like, but did I have enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Did I still mirror him a little bit?
Yeah.
He's like at the door, like, yo. I'm like, my bad. Just here. He's like, hey, we're good. I'm like, I'm just here to tell. They told me to tell you. I don't show up at your job to tell you what to do. So you don't get to show up at mine and tell me what to do. That's my attitude. When he's telling me no, but he's lying. He's telling me no on something he doesn't know yet. What if I'm here to give him $1,000 in cash? He's telling me no because he's supposed to, because I haven't created enough trust yet, which is my fault. So when he says no, I kindly ignore it. He said, no, bro, we're good. I'm like, hey, they just want me. AT&T, put the pressure on the client. You guys are not selling, you're putting pressure on yourself. You gotta put the pressure on AT&T, take your name off of it. I'm like, dude, hey, he's like, no. I don't take his first no. He doesn't know what I'm selling. He's not actually saying no, he's just saying, I don't trust you yet. So he's like, no, I'm good. You realize at the beginning, he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, hey man, no, my bad. They sent me to tell you guys. AT&T, made me come here to tell you that everyone's getting it. And then I'm like, JV, blah, blah, read your list to people. Blah, blah, blah. They're all getting it. You sure you haven't seen it, my man? No, I haven't seen it. My bad. I'll be out of your way. Just apologize. You know, he's a dude. I don't want to shake his ego. I'm gonna massage it. Hey, you're all good. You know, I'll be out of your way. So just put your phone here. I'll show you. Did you overcharge? That's all it is. No, I don't want us to. All good, brother. Thank you. And I'm leaving. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But my enthusiasm is high. Again, I've got to create the desire. I'm using names every time. If you're going to any door and you're not using 8 names, there's very little chances of you getting a sale. Now you depend on luck, on does the person actually want it or not. You got to use the names. You got to use people's names. You got to. Did they tell you? Apologize. My bad. Now they're missing out on some information they should know. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. What do you mean you don't know? Dude, my bad. That's my bad. I didn't get you the flyer. My bad. Well, I'll just show you and I'll leave since you didn't know. These fucking idiots. They forgot to tell you. Does that make sense? I'm almost like blaming other people. And now he's like, what? What am I creating in him?
Curiosity.
He's like, dude, what should I know? Then when he realizes he's got to change internet, he might still tell me, no, bro. I'm like, all right, my bad. But I'm doing that to 40 people a day. I'm just getting to the speed test. If I can get 25 people to the speed test, I'm going to sell 5. Man, I don't know the pitch for AT&T or Frontier. I'm just getting excited just doing it. I would do 5 today.
Yes.
I just don't have time. But I feel like I would go in the field with this attitude and I would do 5. Yeah, I might get a couple cancels. But I would apologize to Meredith and I would ask her to teach me later how to not get the cancels. I'm like, teach me later, but I need to work on 5 and then getting 3 cancels, getting to 5 installs versus having 1 sale and it's a 50% chance they can't make it to their install date. Does that make sense? If you have high cancel already, don't do this. You're probably already, I'm looking at Will, I'm like, Will, don't, be careful. Because Will's already good at cancels. Don't get that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I want you guys to practice this. Freak out a little. Raise your eyebrows. Like, they didn't tell you? Like, when I was in the store in retail, I was like, did they tell you? I would want to make them think that at the door they should have gotten this information about this pricing. And I'm almost mad at the person at the door in front of them. Like, the fucking Jimmy at the door, he's going to get fired. He didn't tell you. My bad. I'm sorry. We'll fix it. But I'll just tell you now. Now you're thanking me that I'm pitching you. You see how I just reversed the whole thing? You got to be able to do that at every door. That takes energy. That takes a little bit of willpower, eagerness. But if you can't do that at a door, that's the only reason why you're not doing well. It's the lack of enthusiasm. They are coming out the door with -2 desire. You got to get it to positive. Does that make sense? You think we can practice that?
Yeah.
We're gonna practice pitch. And again, I don't want you to go into the presentation and the speed test. Unless your upline specifically tells you to, because that's what you're specifically working on. Okay, I trust you if that's you. But if not, I want you to practice just the first 30 seconds. Am I getting someone juiced about the deal of energy? Because I'm just like so excited. and learning to mirror them. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can make millions of dollars if you manage this skill. Cool? All right, so 10:54. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.